hi. So today I'm going to be wrapping some gifts and talking about how you are a gift. So basically, as an artist, the holidays can be a strange time where there's so much joy and happiness, and it's a bit like overwhelming at times because there's so much of it. And sometimes as an artist, I know I've experienced this in the past. You kind of get the holiday blues because it's like almost overkill of all the like singing and everything. But one way to sort of deal with that is, especially if you live in a cold climate where the sun is setting, the days are short, taking, this is what has helped me at least, taking extra vitamin D and exercise. And nothing too much, just taking a walk outside, especially when it's one of those sunny, cold days, and kind of acclimatizing your body to the coldness. That's very helpful. And just, and also, like I keep saying, keep creating. Make those gifts. Like, for instance, I love making my own greeting cards and just painting and just keep doing things that are creative, that bring you joy. During the holidays, people do different things that bring them happiness. And as an artist, it's important to do what makes you happy on the inside, what brings you joy and peace of mind. Because one thing as an artist, it's very, life can be hard sometimes. And having support is so important. Being surrounded by supportive people and knowing the people who get you, is so important. So what I mean is when you get in those sort of blues, it's good to talk to a good friend if you can, or create art. Make your presents as I'm wrapping a present. But it's so important to create during the holidays. Keep on making art that makes you happy. And if you don't happen to have enough money for presents, make them. Make a beautiful drawing. Make a beautiful painting. Share your gifts, because that's one thing. Your gift is important to the world. Your gift as an artist, you have a voice, and there's a reason why you're here and why you are an artist. You're here to help express, to help show the world too things that they don't necessarily see. Being an artist, you have the ability to help, you can help change the perspective of society. You can help change, make things better, make the world a better place. There's a reason you're an artist, and it's a good thing that you are here to help explore those different things in the world. It's so important to have people like that, But again, it can be a challenge with all the holiday joy and all the holiday spending and everything. Just keep it simple. Don't feel bad for what you think you need to offer people. You being an artist and creating a gift from the heart is what matters. You sharing your gift is what matters. No one can do what you do like you do, if that makes any sense. You're unique, and that's important. Your unique perspective of the world is important. And one thing that I always remember too with my, I'll bring up again my grandmother. I don't always remember all the gifts she gave me. I just remember how many Christmases I spent with her. And I'm so grateful for that. And being taught different traditions, like different dishes, and learning more about my culture. Those are the things that matter, not so much the gifts. They're kind of nice extras, but I know for what matters is sharing traditions with my kids, showing them, teaching them different art skills or how to make their own decorations, how to be self-sufficient, those are things, teaching and sharing those types of skills. That's what matters around the holidays. Spending time with people. Spending time with people who love you and appreciate you, love you unconditionally, because God loves you unconditionally. And just because you can't do what other people do, or you think, Christmas is all about, or, not so much do what other people do, but mainly don't get caught up in thinking the bigger the gift, the more you love someone. Don't get caught up in that as an artist and get in a spiral. That doesn't matter. Making a gift from the heart is what matters. But yeah, gift wrapping is fun when it's in a gift bag. But another thing I wanted to add is just, when I think about it, the Christmases, I barely remember all the gifts I got over the years from people that I love. I barely remember that. I just remember I learned how to make this type of cake. I learned how to make these types of cookies. I learned this dish, Sharing your knowledge with others, sharing your gifts is what matters. But my artist friends, the holiday blues are sometimes they come across it. Unfortunately, being an artist, getting those kind of lows after the holiday cheer, that's something that does kind of happen. And again, the way to kind of combat it, make sure you get outside, walk, lift some weights if you can, try to declutter your art supplies, try to, just make your space better and use lots of lights. Just take care of yourself. But the main thing I found, at least for me, that helped was taking vitamin D supplements. Especially if you live, again, in a winter climate where it's darkness at 4:30 p.m. Taking those extra vitamin D supplements has made such a big difference ever since I found out about that. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you, my creative friends. Vitamin D will save you so much. But I mean, it's different for everyone, but always ask your doctor. Exercise. Make sure, just go for a walk. Get outside for 20 minutes, walk. And also, as well, talk with a friend that gets you. And always create art, because that's kind of the best kind of therapy anyway, to deal with the winter blahs, I call them. And there's lots of fun winter activities too. But one thing I'm going to look forward to, especially this holiday season, is making s'mores and trying different fun recipes with marshmallows. And again, going back to traditions, I've incorporated my own tradition of building gingerbread houses and, using my art skills. I love designing the gingerbread houses with icing and also making my own sugar cookies and decorating them. I'm really looking forward to doing all those types of, using my hands, making those types of crafts. And if you're into nail art, I'm going to be sharing some of my simple nail art designs. And that's another way too of, keeping your hands busy, keep creating. That's so, so important. Create things that you think others might like or what makes you happy. But yeah, so yeah, that's important, For me, Christmas is all about, sharing with those I love and getting the right gifts for those I'm closest to. I'm not into the extravagant, the big gifts I spent, I always know that's not important. Giving the gifts that people want. Oops. I know what's important is making sure to get the right gifts for what my kids want, what's their interests at the time, and, and experiences. Experiences are what matter. Trying to cut this with these little scissors. Yeah. What matters is the time, how much time you spend with those you love. What matters are what traditions you share with those you love and making those Christmas memories. Christmas memories are good, but making, taking this time and knowing what's important in your life. And, since it's winter time, it's a great time to sort of build yourself up, learn a new skill in your art where it can help you in the new year, Winter is a great time for sort of getting down and learning and trying to figure out, kind of like in hibernation mode of like getting rest and building up new skills, and refocusing what you want to do in the new year. There's one down. I'll put it right by this tree. I have a little mini tree there. Now, gift number 2. So the holidays can be a tricky time. And the important thing is to not get caught up in the consumerism of it, but to focus on knowing that your gifts matter. And being an artist is a good thing. It's a great gift, having the ability to sort of know who you are and express it through images, the ability to adapt, to, learn new ways of doing things, seeing the world in a different way. That's very much needed. That is needed in this life, in this world. Someone who steps away from the crowd and sees things that others don't. Having that extra sort of sensitivity. That's a good thing. And your gifts are needed in this world. Your gifts matter. So don't get caught up in the consumerism. Make your gifts. Make that Christmas card. Believe me, someone will hold on to that Christmas card longer than the one that was bought in a store, because they know it was made with love and passion and made custom for them. So don't Don't disregard your gifts. Don't think, oh, if only this, or don't put yourself down. Being an artist is an amazing gift. Not everyone can do what you can do. And not every artist is the same. So it's so important that you are here, creating and helping change the world. Because even with this wrapping paper, an artist did this, you know? An artist created these scissors. Everything that I'm using has been touched by an artist, thinking of how can this be done in a different way, what can make this unique. You know, an artist created this. So you are important. I'm gonna just fold this. Folding away. And, you know, one thing too, you can really make your Christmas tree unique. You have that ability that no one else does. Well, other artists, but you know what I mean. Like, you can make your tree unique. So while everyone else is buying ornaments and sometimes things can look the same, but you can add unique custom pieces, like how some people create their own gingerbread men. You know, they use foam core and create these giant ones. It's so inspiring. Maybe one day I'll create a giant gingerbread man decoration for my house, you know. But when you think about it too, all those decorations in the stores was made by an artist. It started off as a drawing. Everything starts with a pen and a paper, or a pencil and a paper. Everything starts off like that. Everything you touch has been designed by someone. This design, industrial engineer most likely, or, you know, this was a design. All these were created by artists in different levels. And, you know, this was created so that a child can grip it better. You know, everything you touch was started off. Everything you touch in your home is created at first by an artist or a designer. Everything starts off somewhere. So your gifts are needed. Let's see how I'm going to cut this. How much do we need to cut? Maybe here. A little bit more I'm going to cut. Yeah. God didn't create you for no reason. You are here for a reason. And part of the journey is figuring out your purpose. And part of that journey is trying different things. I love exploring different types of art styles. You know, exploring nail art, fashion, different ways of expressing myself, you know? It's so important to do that, too, whether you're an artist or not. Just to keep exploring who you are and being proud of how far you've come and where you're going. But the main thing is exploring all the different things, all the different ways of expressing yourself. That's very important. Don't be afraid to try different art mediums, different art styles. Like again, I said too, I love trying nail art. And it's a nice way to pamper yourself too. And one thing too, I thought this was interesting, how this wrapping paper, they have these little grafts in the inside. Although it's not helping me cut straighter because I couldn't find big people scissors. So I'm just going to use the whole technique of you cut a little bit extra and you fold so that you have a nice clean line. So it doesn't matter how messy my cutting is, I'm going to fold it and it's fine. And see, that was something I learned wrapping gifts with my grandma. I always remembered doing that. She would show me her little technique, which is the folding technique, and even how to rip paper. See, if I was at a table, with the whole straight line, you don't always need scissors. I remember her techniques were very efficient too, So having those memories, sharing with others, have a cookie decorating day or night. Host a cookie decorating night, It's all about, I think the holidays are about sharing with your friends and loved ones and decorating. I think that's more what the holidays are about, Like the whole lead up to Christmas Day, and it can kind of be like, I don't know, I find it can be a little disappointing at times when you put all your energy into just one day of like, okay, everything's going to be amazing on this one day. No, the Christmas season is a season, and you do things with people you love, like decorating the tree, decorating cookies, making gingerbread houses. That's what it's all about. Those experiences, because I still remember wrapping gifts and how my grandma would sign the card with God's richest blessings. And now I do that, It's those little things that I'll always remember doing and experiencing, and learning how to make pepper pot. Yes, I'm Guyanese, and now I'm getting all the ingredients for pepper pot, and I'm looking forward to doing that. It's all about those things of traditions, food traditions, and spending time with your loved ones. Oh, this one's a little short. Here, fold this side. So yeah. So don't save everything for the day of. It's more about all the things you do leading up to that day and enjoying all those foods that you're preparing and just spending time with those you love and singing songs and just having a good time together. That's what matters. Spending your time with the people who you love the most. Because you don't know how much time you have with people. And to cherish those memories and to have those memories to share. Ta-da! That's what's important. Because one thing I know for sure is being shown so much love over the years through my family, my grandparents, people I've encountered later on in my adult life who, try to, there's always going to be people that challenge you. It doesn't work because I know that God loves me and I've experienced unconditional love growing up. So no one can tell me anything because I know I'm loved and I've experienced that. So going back to spending time with people, that's what it is too. It helps build you up, build up your confidence in yourself, build up the confidence in your skills and your gifts. Being surrounded by love is what matters, is important, and showing yourself that love too. See, I don't know if I should wrap this or not. I kind of like doing the curly cues only. I think those are fun. Yeah, so this holiday season, don't compare yourself to others or compare to, oh, I don't have all those gifts, or to what others are doing. Don't compare that too much unless it's sort of like a goal. Just remember that what you create is long lasting, that someone will cherish your unique gift. And just an example is a Christmas card. Or if you love making candles, that will really, I think that's a bigger impact on people. Something that you made from your heart and that you gave. I think that's what's important. Gifts from the heart.